Hello and welcome to another lovely edition of the program Teaching and Learning on Radio. Teaching and Learning on Radio is a program that comes your way every weekday on Prestige FM and some other radio stations. And it's brought to you by the Ministry of Education right here in Niger State. We have lots of subjects that we treat every week, every day of the week. We always try to see how we can give the students at home another opportunity to learn while they are home. You know, the pandemic is everywhere. The coronavirus pandemic is everywhere. And so the shutdown and the closure of schools and companies actually made the students are at home right now. Those preparing for WAEC, NECO, and other examinations, I think it's an opportunity for them to stay at home and learn while listening to radio. The teachers, the facilitators will be right here in the studio with us. They will tell us about a particular subject. They look at a subject and a topic, and the phone lines will be open for you to actually call in or probably send a message and ask your questions, and you will definitely learn something. So, well, it's for students at home, and it's brought to you by the Ministry of Education right here in Niger State. Teaching and Learning on Radio. Teaching and Learning on Radio it is. Well, today we have lots of things to learn, and we have our facilitator in the studio. You're welcome.
Good day, listeners at home. Welcome to another edition of our program. Today I'm going to be taking you computer studies on a topic, peripheral equipment. Last week we discussed on introduction to computers. Today we're going to be taking peripheral equipment. Now, what are peripheral equipment? The peripheral equipment are those equipment that helps you to process your data. Under it, we're going to have the following objective that will be discussed under peripheral equipment. First, we're going to be talking about the output devices. Under the output devices, we're going to look at the following examples of the output devices. We have the keyboard, the mouse, the scanner, the light pen, the microphone, and under the input devices, we're going to look at the following examples: your monitor, the printer, and the speaker. Thereafter, we go to the functions of the keys on the keyboard. Then finally, we go to the differences between a keyboard and a mouse. Now, what is an output device? An output device it helps you to communicate to your computer, that it handles the communication process between the user of the computer and the computer itself. Your data, your information that will be input into your computer, it usually be done through your input devices. Now we have one of the first example of the input devices we have is your keyboard. The keyboard looks like your normal typewriter. Now the keyboard has about 4 functions on it. The first keys that we have, functions of the keys we have, the first one, we have your alphabetical pad, which is the first one here, and then it is from A to Z. Another section of the keyboard we have, again, is the number pad, which is from 0 to 9. Another section again we have, again, is your F1 to F12, which are special keys. Then we have some specific keys again that helps you to carry out your processing while using a computer, such as your caps lock, your up and down key, and also your number lock, your caps locks, your shift, your control, your delete button, and so on and so forth. Now, your keyboard is the most important part of your computer. Without the keyboard, computer cannot function properly. Yes, we now have some computers that comes with screen touch, but still your keyboard is still the major part that you can use in your computer. We have 2 types of keyboard. The tools are we have the enhanced keyboard, which has number as in the keys between 105 to 107. That one helps you to type, or has all these functions of the keys on it. But we also have another keyboard again, another type of keyboard that helps you to do multifunctional work in your keyboard, which is a multi-keyboard. That your multi-keyboard helps you to, like, whenever you want to play your video, it has a pause, it has a play, it has the volume. You can increase your volume, you can reduce your volume. In other words, without the keyboard, your computer cannot function properly. Another example of output device is your mouse. Your mouse looks like a natural mouse. It has a point out that we normally refer to as pointer device. Now your mouse helps you to select an item. It also helps you to point to an item, and it also helps you to open a file. Computer work effectively without mouse because you have your keyboard. In your keyboard, you can use all these functions. But in order to make your work faster or probably easier, when you have, at times it's better you make use of your pointer. Now, your mouse. Another example is your scanner. Your scanner helps you to communicate to your computer through the processing of scanning your hard copy document in order to duplicate it in a soft copy or in an electronic format into the computer for easy edition, or probably you want to send that document to somebody that is far away from you, and the processing that is going to be involved in sending it into the place is far or is a long process. You can easily use your scanner to scan that same document into your system. By the time you use it and send it, you can send it through a mail, a message, or whatsoever means you want to use it. So that is the work of your scanner. Now we have what we call the light pen. Mostly, it's not all the computers that come with a light pen. Light pen, they are special pens that we use in computers. It mostly comes with the computers that have screen touch. And it's just like your ordinary pen that you can use it to write on a computer. Another example of the output device is your microphone. Now your microphone helps you to record your video, your audio record, or probably your voice record into the computer. It helps you to record whatsoever you want to speak. Probably there are some people that they are more, whenever they want to talk, they prefer talking than to write. So through your microphone, you can be able to do your voice record into the computer. We move on to our output devices. What are the output devices? The output devices are the devices that we use or that are being used with the computer to communicate your results to the users. The output devices helps you to communicate your results to the users. Whatsoever computer has processed, whatsoever the work you process, the data and the informations that you've done or the work done within the computer, you get it through your output devices. Without your output devices, there is no way you can see the work being done inside a computer. But your output devices show you the results of the information, the final results of what the computer has processed. Now we have the following as an examples of the output devices. The first one we have is your monitor, we have the speaker, and the printer. What is the work of the monitor? Now we have another name we use to call a monitor is visual display unit. Is your VDU. The VDU helps you to display the work done or the work you are doing in computer. You will see it in your screen. This is what we refer to as our monitor. As you are working within the monitor, you'll be seeing the work process or you'll be seeing the work done in your computer. Now, the monitor also helps you to communicate properly to the user. Whatsoever the work you have done, you know the result, or probably you search for an information online, you can display or you can get the result, you can get the information through the monitor. We have what we call the speaker. Now the speaker is connected to the computer system that helps you to air out, is an example of the output devices that helps you to give you the result, or the sound, rather the sound, to give you the sound of what the computer has done. That is what we call, we use it mostly. Maybe if you want to play a video in your system, you want to watch a film, you want to, maybe there is an ebook that is being recorded online and you want to listen to it. Your speaker helps you to communicate it to you by allowing you to hear or to listen to what that's being recorded. Another example of output devices is your printer. Your printer helps you to get the duplicate of what the computer has been processed. Whenever computer processes a data, is either he will bring it to you through your monitor as hard or soft copy. But if you need a hard copy of that same information, you have to make use of your printer. There are so many types of printer that you can make use of in the computer, depending on the one available for you at that moment. Now you use it to get the hard copy of the soft copy of information. And we're going to go to the functions of the keys on the keyboard. The first function I will be talking about is the enter key. Now your enter keys help you to create another paragraph. As you are typing on the computer, when you get towards the end, as it is when you are writing on your notebook, when you get to the end of the line, you have to come back again to another line. Now your enter key, instead of using the normal typing, your enter key helps you to get back to take the cursor to the beginning of the line again, or helps you to create another paragraph for you to continue with what you are writing. We have another key on the keyboard called the caps lock. The caps lock helps you, or it notifies the user that you are about to type in a capital letter. In other words, when you are typing in a computer and you never notice that your caps lock is on, you will discover that all the letters you are typing, it will be in a capital letter format. So another key we have again is we have the functional key, which is F1 to F12. We call these keys special keys. These keys, they whenever you are performing an operation and then you want to make use of it, there are some other keys under it again. You have to use it, either you use your control key or the shift key or the alternative key in order to get the proper function you want, depending on the operation you want to use it for. Now we have what we call the home key. The home key takes you to the beginning of your typing, or whatever you are doing, it takes you to the beginning again. We have another key again that calls the insert. When you want to, the insert key helps you to insert another new character into the computer. Maybe you open a page and you want to draw, or you want to put maybe pictures or video, whatsoever you want to put, you need to use your insert key. When you use your insert key, there is a kind of a Windows logo that will appear, and then from there you pick whichsoever you want to use. That is the work of your insert key. We have what again we call the end key. The end key helps you to end whatsoever you are doing, or the process, the information you are trying to process into the computer. Then we have the shift key. The shift key, when you are working on a computer and by the time you want to save a data, the keys you have to make use of, though you have to use it with another, use it simultaneously with another key, which is called the shift key. You use your shift key, for example, plus your save, or you want to outline or align what you are doing. You use your shift key with your A key, then it's aligning whatsoever you want to do. Another key we have again on the keyboard is control key. Your control keys helps you to give you another, it helps you to, when you use it, you have to use it with another keys again to give you another symbol, maybe those symbols here. Whenever you want to make use of the symbols under or up the main keys on the keyboard, you need to use your control key together with that particular key that is carrying the symbol you want to make use of again. Then your delete key, which is this one, the delete key, help you to delete. Probably you are typing and you make a mistake or error. You can use your delete key to delete that particular item or document. Now we have the backspace. The backspace helps you to delete to the right. When maybe you make a mistake, or you type something in error, or you are being distracted, or your mind is no longer what you are typing. You now remember that this is not what I want to type, or you make a mistake. The key that can help you to delete that easily or faster is your backlog key. Now I'm going to move to the functions of the mouse. Mouse, as we all know, it has about 4 functions. You have the right click, it has the left click, it has the double click, and it has what we call drawing wheel. Now the mostly side of the mouse we make use of is your left click. We use that to create an item or open a file, or use it to do many functions in your computer. We have another key that we call the right key. The right key, it's mostly used to kind of point or to open a file. Then the double click. Whenever you want to open a file, you double click on that simultaneously. You double click on it and it opened another file for you. Then the scroll wheel. You scroll, maybe you want to scroll down, like you are working and you want to know what you've typed earlier. You can use your scroll wheel to scroll up or to scroll down to know evenly what you are working is exactly what you want. Those are the functions of the mouse. Now we have operations with the mouse again. The operations with the mouse, we have click, double click, all those ones I've mentioned it before. They are still the same function. Finally, but not the least, we're going to talk about the differences between a keyboard and a mouse. As I've said earlier, the keyboard, we say, is like a typewriter that is used to type a document, while your mouse is like a natural mouse that is used to enter your data into the computer. Now, the differences between the two of them, they have differences. Computer, as I earlier said, computer cannot work without keyboard. Without your keyboard, your computer cannot function well. But without mouse, computer can work without mouse. It's not all the system these days comes with mouse. So you can use your computer without mouse. Another differences between the two of them is the keyboard has keys, while your mouse does not have keys. Your mouse has button. The mouse has button. Now we use the keyboard with so many functions. There are so many functions we can use our keyboard for, but the mouse is limited. It's just limited to about 4 functions, while on the keyboard you can use it for so many things. Now the keyboard has a number pad, it has alphabetical pad, but our mouse does not have such function. With this, I want to go back to recap what we've done for the day. We talked about the input devices, and we said our input devices helps you to handle the communication between the user of the computer and the computer itself. Now, in other words, your output devices it helps you to communicate to the computer whatsoever work or data information you want to input into the computer. Now we have the examples of the output devices. The first one we talk about is the keyboard, and we said the keyboard is the most important part of the computer. Computer cannot do without a keyboard. That our keyboard looks like a normal typewriter. It has 4 sections on it. It has the alphabetical pad, which is the letter A to Z. It has a number pad 0 to 9. It has the functional keys F1 to F12. It has the special keys such as your control key, your alternate key, your page down and page up key, and so on and so forth. We have what we call the mouse. That the mouse looks like a natural mouse with a tail. It has a tail attached to it that helps you to communicate whatsoever you want to do or you want to type into the computer. Now, your mouse helps, majorly your mouse perform 3 options, which are, it helps you to point, to select, and to open a file. Your scanner gives you another document, or it helps you to reproduce. It helps you to reproduce your document into the computer. In other words, in a soft copy format. Your scanner converts your hard copy document into a soft copy document. The light pen, it's normally being used for specific system. It's not all the system that comes with the light pen. Some systems do not have it, but it's like your normal pen that you use to write. Now the microphone, it helps you to record the sound into the computer. Now we go on to talk about the output devices. We said our output devices communicate back to the user of the computer what the computer have done, what the computer have processed. It gives you the information, the result of your process. Now we have the following as an examples of output device. We have the monitor, the speaker, and the printer. First, I say another name for the monitor is called VDU, which is referred to as Visual Display Unit. It shows you the work done in a computer. Now your speaker, it helps you to listen to or to communicate back to you that the computer is actually giving you back the information you want to listen to. Now your printer gives you more of your communication, like give you the duplicate in a hard copy format, not longer in soft copy format now. Even though we said the world is moving to an electronic format, we still need a hard copy document. So we'll talk about the functions of the keys, and we have the following as functions of the key. We have the F1 to F2, we have the control key, the enter key, the shift key, we have the alternate key, and so on. Talk about the functions of the mouse and the differences between a keyboard and a mouse. One thing you should remember is that computer cannot work without a mouse, without a keyboard, but computer can work without mouse. Thank you for listening. You can join us on this WhatsApp number 090-292-82040. Again, 090-2928-2040. Before I leave you for today, I want to give you some questions that you can answer for me. Maybe by next week, if you have opportunity, we can answer that. Now, you're going to mention at least 3 types of output devices and their functions. The second question I'm going to give you is for you to list the keys on the keyboard and state their functions. What are they being used for? And finally, the third question is the differences between the keyboard and the mouse. Thank you for listening.
That was a wonderful presentation by our facilitator. He taught us a whole lot, and I learned as well, so I believe you've learned something this lovely edition of the program, Teaching and Learning on Radio. Well, join us again next time, that's tomorrow. Join us again and for another lovely edition of the program. You never can tell the subjects coming up, so just be on the lookout. And children out there, and not just children, parents, I urge you to encourage your children to listen to the program. As they stay at home, they learn as well. All right, thank you so much for watching and listening. Bye-bye.